In the event of a nuclear fallout, is there anywhere in Jamaica that is safe? You may be listening to this, reside in Jamaica, and be like, oh, why is this important? Jamaica is not in any trouble with anyone, and Jamaica does not house any nuclear weapons. Well, if that's your thinking, then quite frankly, you are at the back of the class. At the end of it all, the world in which we live in is a connected world. And you must have it in your head to know that in the event of something like this taking place in our hemisphere, in our Caribbean basin, you should be thinking, you know, is there any place I can go? What can I do if I am in Jamaica? No, long story short, is that based on the research that I've done, there is generally no place that is safe in the event of a nuclear fallout. And this is within the context of bunkers. So, to explain the basis of this statement, I'm using the Google highlights as reference. And then I will thrust into the discussion what it is that I know as well based on Jamaica's geology. Like our content, subscribe, follow, share, and join our email community on our website, joinobfitness.com. So according to Google AI, the best geology for protection against nuclear fallout is a stable, deep underground location in dense, igneous rocks like granite or basalt. These materials are superior to concrete in attenuating gamma radiation due to their higher density. For maximum safety, a repository or a bunker should be located 250 to 500 meters deep, ideally surrounded by impermeable, self-sealing material like bentonite clay, or within salt deposits. Now, key factors for selecting protective geology. 1. High density. Heavier, denser materials offer better protection against ionizing gamma radiation. 2. Low permeability. The rock must not allow groundwater to transport radioactive fallout through it. 3. Depth or overburden. The rule of depth is critical. A bunker at 100 feet or 30 meters or more offers high protection against both blast and fallout. 4. Potentially even most significant is stability. The location should not be near active faults or prone to seismic activity. So at this point, let me throw in some specifics relating to what it is that I've shared thus far is applicable to Jamaica. So granite, basalt. These rocks can be found within the inliers of Jamaica. So in the eastern section of the country, we have the Blue Mountain Inlier. This covers parishes of Portland and St. Thomas. We also have the Above Rocks Inlier, which covers sections of St. Mary and St. Andrew. Central Inlier, which covers sections of St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester. And there are inliers in St. James and sections of Hanover as well as Westmoreland. So essentially, if you reside near these inliers, you should be thinking that you're in a safe place, right? But let's look further. Rocks to avoid. Porous sedimentary rocks such as sandstone or porous limestone, which allows water infiltration and provides less shielding than igneous or metamorphic rocks. Active seismic zones. Areas with active faults can break or shake a bunker, breaking its seal. So using this map again, focus on the blue areas, the light blue areas. Those areas are the limestone. And this indicates that the majority of Jamaica, be it limestone that is, would be in a disadvantaged position in the event of a nuclear fallout. Similar to that, look at those dark brown lines. Those lines represent the major fault zones. So this indicates, generally speaking, that these sections of the country are more than likely experiencing secondary porosity through those fracture zones. So essentially, even if it's a case where those fracture zones are made up of igneous slash metamorphic rocks, it is highly likely that those said rocks are fractured as a result of those fault zones. And that fracturing results in what we call secondary porosity. So those cracks, going to be the zones where the water can infiltrate, as an example, the groundwater that is. So as you can see, based on the geologic setting of Jamaica, whilst it's a case that we do have those igneous and metamorphic layers or metamorphic igneous zones that should be able to block the gamma radiation, it is highly likely that these zones are highly fractured. And considering that Jamaica in and of itself is situated within an active tectonic zone, then it indicates that these said rocks, whilst they are best in terms of gamma radiation blocking, are more than likely highly fractured, which would then yield some degree of seepage of gamma radiation. And similar to that, it would then indicate we would have to drill very deep to determine where are the layers or where are the sections whereby there is very limited fracturing in addition to very limited groundwater seepage. Whilst it's not impossible, it's highly challenging to do so.